I just want something so great. I aim for stuff so big that the dream is bigger than the fear.
Hi, my name is Ankush Nijhawan. Childhood for me was something which I always remember for life. I was a very naughty brat, however, very focused in life. My grandfather was the man who actually spent the first 5 years of my life every day with me. Education in the US for 4 years was bringing up my personality, bringing me up as an individual. I had no ambitions to settle in the US. I came back. So my biggest enemy was my father when I was applying for a job, because fortunately everybody knew him when I said, I'm Shyam Nijhawan's son. So I did land up in working in ESPN 2 days, my first job as a marketing executive. But I remember that evening when I came back home, I went back to him and I said, why am I spending 10 hours working for somebody, getting up at 9:30? He says, because I think you will treat your companies as your father's company. I said, fine, just give me an opportunity, give me that chance. And if you think I'm not able to fulfill it, then fine, let me, ask me to get lost. So I remember I was the first person in the company who used to come and sign every day at 9:25, to mark my attendance that I was there on time. When I came in the business, for me it was first take this identity of being my grandfather's grandson and my father's son. That is something which was the first objective I had, was to build my own name and brand. I had to make that mark, and obviously I wasn't welcomed by many. I was used to sit at the counter. I issue tickets by myself with my own hands. In those days, those tickets were those handwritten tickets. I stood at the visa lines myself at 5 in the morning to learn how the process works. I think I started from ground level. And probably that's the reason today my colleagues also respect me, for what I am, not because I was his son. This is something which I learned from my father. I remember he told me once, if you're falling off the cliff, I will pull you back. Till then, take your decisions, because this is how you will learn. You will definitely fall, but you will come back stronger. I remember my first meeting in 2001 in Lufthansa, when all these big consolidators were in the room. He said, go. I said, what? He said, just go, don't worry. If you don't understand anything, just sit quiet and learn. So when I entered that meeting room, so these 6-7 big boys of Delhi in those days were sitting and they were shocked to see me. And I think the same guys who I call uncle today call me sir. I think things have changed. I decided to drop my MBA. It was about 23 and a half. I was too bored in life. So I told my father, get me married. But I think that was a cautious decision. And I'm blessed with these two lovely kids. Married for 17 years now and I have a fabulous wife. I love to meet my friends. I think they're my biggest de-stressors. I play cricket at least twice a week because it's me on the pitch. That takes me away from everything else in this world. So I'm a very people's man. I think I'm a big social bird. And that's something which is still pretty strong at the age of 42. I'm a mixture of my grandfather and father. There are strengths which my grandfather had, and there are some super strengths my father has. My grandfather was more of a commercial, people's man, sales oriented. My father is a number man. He's the guy who's made the money. He's the financial wizard, as I say. I love to live life. Live life king size. But for that you need to have the money, and God has been kind. So I love to dress up well, I love to live well. I'm proud today people do say you're a pioneer in the B2B space, but I still believe I'm very young still in the game. So keep building, make your mark. So when you retire, people call you as a legend.